Okay, folks, I am highly alarmed by the revelation that I have been receiving for the past couple of days. Something has really been tugging at my spirit. It's something that my daughter said. She said, hey, we should stock up on some more food. And then for some reason that troubled my spirit deeply. You know, the spirit was like really tugging on me, man. And then that was alarming to me that she said that. And then the next thing was these prophetic and revelation dreams that these people have been having, that they keep saying that America was in such a poor state before the bombs dropped, or before the darkness came. Everybody was dirty and everything was ran down, and then 2 and 2 equals 4, they are going to collapse this dollar. And then I want to say that in 2012 in California, they tried to do a gun grab, but they tried to do it in a slick way. They was trading food for guns. So they was having $100 and $200 vouchers, and we're going to get into it, for any guns. We're not going to say anything, even if it have murders on it or anything else. Just give us the guns. And people were coming in their droves to give the guns, and even someone brought a rocket launcher. You know, and then in the same year, 2012, they banned guns in Venezuela. Banned them.
Venezuelan authorities announced on September 8th that over 500 firearms had been handed over voluntarily for destruction in central Caracas. The move was part of a comprehensive disarmament plan aiming to reduce high crime rates. Collaborating citizens received electrical gadgets in return, such as televisions, refrigerators, microwaves, and ovens. The government has vowed to crack down on guns as a pillar of domestic security policy.
7 months after they banned guns in Venezuela, it was an economic collapse there. And guess what? The people are unarmed now, except for the bandits, you know, and the government. And then what? It's holy hell. It's just murder, 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 you know, and straight up famine and poverty. So before we get into this, let's take a look at some of these dreams.
What in the world is happening on Wall Street?
It was the worst day on Wall Street since the crash of 1987.
What started in America last year has now spread to every part of the world.
I had never been in that store before, and I was standing there near the cash registers, kind of in the middle of the store, and I was looking at things that were laid out on a table. It seemed like they were clothing, and all of a sudden there was an announcement on the PA system, and it said, ladies and gentlemen, we're asking you to leave everything where it is right now. Just leave your carts, your merchandise there. Our dollar has collapsed, and we're asking everybody to leave the store right now until we can sort this out.
There was a famine, an economic collapse that devastated not just our city, but our nation. So apparently they were requiring us to go to these holding centers because of disorder in our community. Life was just so different, and there was no internet connection, you guys. We couldn't, I mean, I had my cell phone on me, but there was no connection. There was no internet. I mean, there was no technology at all.
I went into a convenience store, and when I went into the store, there was literally nothing in the store. No chips, no food, no alcoholic beverages, no soft drinks, none of that stuff. It was just single rolls of toilet tissue, and there was only a few of those. And I don't know, the owner was there, and he was just standing there, and he had the TV on. It was on CNN, and I heard a female news anchor say, "You can just as well light your dollar bill and throw it in the trash because it's not worth anything."
see, they outsmarted you, America. They outsmarted you. They got you big and fat and fluffy, and then they are going to collapse the dollar, and then they are going to take the rest of the guns. And so if you look at Venezuela, they did the exact same thing. Venezuela had one of the highest obesity rates. Now everybody in Venezuela looked like crackheads. We're going to look at what they did. So in 2012, they did a gun grab in Los Angeles where they were offering food vouchers and stuff for guns, trading $100 for regular handguns and trading $200 for like assault rifles and automatic weapons. So it states, and in the same year is when they banned guns in Venezuela. So whatever shady government this is, you know, this background government, they implementing this worldwide. And so basically Venezuela and California were the testing grounds. So in Venezuela they banned the guns the same time they was doing that, and 7 months later, you know, it was a famine. It was an economic collapse right in Venezuela, you know. And just like I said, now the people are unarmed. So it states, last Wednesday, the day after Christmas, the city of Los Angeles held another one of their gun buyback programs, testing the waters. While LA's annual buyback generally takes place in May, this one was moved up in the wake of the tragedy in Newton. The concept is straightforward. We want your damn guns. Turn over your guns to LAPD. No questions asked. And in return for making the streets a little safer, that's their gimmick, you get a $100 gift card from Ralph's. Turn over an assault weapon, and that gift card doubles into a $200 prize. At the end of the day, the final number of guns removed from the streets was 901 handguns, 698 rifles, 363 shotguns, 75 assault rifles, and oh yeah, 2 actual rocket launchers. That a grand total of 2,039 weapons, which destroyed the tally from last May's buyback program, which saw 1,650 guns removed from the streets. So that's the whole thing. So just in a bad economy, they can remove 3,689 weapons, you know, in 2 buyback programs. What can they do if you were starving to death?
This is a supermarket shelf in the US. This is one in Venezuela. The shortage of basic products is a cause for concern for many Venezuelans living in South Florida.
Before, electronics, clothing, watches, and now food, toilet paper, toothpaste, baby food.
They sing, but they're hungry. These are the faces of extreme poverty in Venezuela. Here, the economic collapse has left an unsettling sight. Extremely thin children who don't know when they'll eat next.
So, this is Raptor News. This is what I'm saying here. Basically, we are in some big trouble, people. And, you know I don't have enough food, you know, because I have a large family. And basically, we're going to have to learn some hunting skills and everything else, because that's the only way we're going to eat out here, you know. And, you know, the cities is going to be mayhem. And like God already told you to flee the cities. People ain't understanding until, like it says, the calamity befall them. This is Raptor News again, and you've been warned.